What is up, everybody? We are back for another episode of Guys Gotta Eat, made possible by the Cult of Con. That's you guys. I'm Con Man, and thank you for being here. Today, we are stepping it up a notch. Now, many of you have heard of this place before, obviously, but the cost, right? We're talking about a new threshold, something that we've done before, which is to eat like not super low quality fast food, but something rather a little bit higher quality. So allow me to present Chipotle, also known as Chipotle. I call it Chipotle. I know that's not the name, obviously. Nicely packaged. Let's go. Big old bag. And we got a couple of things today. I did not skimp. Since we're talking about the cost and everything, I know that when Chipotle was first a thing, you could get a meal there for like, $8 or $10. Those days are a thing of the past, but it should stand to reason that I am holding a burrito that weighs at least 1.5 pounds right now. It's quite big. Also, let me just show you who it's for. I could have written Con Man, but GGE, Guys Gotta Eat. Let's go. Big old burrito. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. We also got a couple of sides here because we also got chips. And we got also the famous guac and some of this red tomatillo hot sauce, which I love to put on the burrito. So it's been a long time since I've had Chipotle, and the reason being is because I remember that era when you could get a burrito and like an extra tortilla was free, and it was like, oh, queso, no extra charge. Like, there was so much value because you could get all this extra stuff put on and it wasn't a huge expense. But nowadays it's $3 for this and $2 for that and this, that, and the other thing. And so a burrito, a side of guac and chips. I think this sauce is free, but yeah, that's it. Oh, I almost forgot. I was browsing their drink section, and for some reason there was an incredible lack of variety. So I was looking for different drinks, and apparently there's only Sprite. So I don't know how that happened. But today we've got a sugar Mexican Sprite. I think these are bottled in Mexico. Yep, product of Mexico. I don't think you're going to be able to read it. It's not going into focus. Come on. Let me see. Let's tap it. Product of Mexico. It didn't work. Whatever, dude. It's been a long day. I'm starving, as you know. Guys gotta eat. Just heard like a train horn coming from somewhere. I don't know what. That must be that truck. Wild people out here. Gigantic truck the size of a house with a train horn. We empathize with loud horns on this channel. Wow. So let me first tell you a little bit about this big old thing. It looks like it's some kind of a magic dragon egg or something. All right, so this burrito is a chicken burrito. It has beans and rice and all the fixings, sour cream and queso and cheese and basically everything you can have on it. I went with extra beans because I feel like they always skimp. And I went with an extra tortilla, so it's like double wrapped. So that'll add to the value, that'll add to the cost, but dude, I'm like literally drooling. I'm so hungry right now. Look at the size of this bad boy. It's like half the size of my head. It literally weighs multiple pounds. It has to weigh over 1 pound. Let's start out let's just do one bite right into the body of this thing. Are you ready? Let's go. Wow, that's good, dude. So much flavor going on. I'm gonna get right down to it. I'm just like, this is business, dude. Strictly business today. I'm so hungry. So this is the red tomatillo. I don't think it's tomatillo. It's tomatillo. I am so gonna spill hot sauce and stuff all over me in this video. I can tell. If it doesn't happen, I will be amazed. All right, I just poured hot sauce inside the burrito. I'm highly concerned that I'm going to spill this entire tub. I need somewhere safer to put this stuff. You know what? Here's a tip for people who design cars in the future. If you're someone who designs cars, you know, for the next generation, don't just put cup holders in the car. Put sauce holders or something. Put like some kind of a tray or something. We need to be able to access our food while we're in the car. I mean, come on, we're Americans. We spend way too much time in the car. And sometimes you gotta eat in the car. You know what I'm saying? Just some food for thought. No pun intended. Man, it's crazy to bite into something so big that you have to open your mouth all the way to bite it. One more. Let's do another red hot hit. We'll do another little splash of this. It gets easier as the sauce volume shrinks. It's less likely to spill everywhere. This is more like along the lines of, I told somebody I did food reviews and they were like, oh, you do mukbangs? And I was like, no, I just review the food. But this is kind of more along the lines of a mukbang. Like you just... All right. Brief intermission. Let's put this burrito in the cup holder. It fits. It's like as big around as like a trucker's coffee mug. Wow. Wow. Let's go ahead and... No way. It's one of those, isn't it? Dude, I don't even have one of these in here. You'd think these would be twist off, bro. There are ways to do this, but I don't have any of those ways on me right now. Let's think about this. Is this going to turn into like a how to open a bottle simulator? Man, there's probably a million people cringing in the comments like, dude, all you have to do is just grab it and smash it against the... There's something in this car that I can use. I just don't want to break anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that hard to hook it onto something and smack it down and break the top off, but I don't want to break the car. Let's see. I don't mind losing a little bit of the paint. Let's see if we can make this happen. Almost. Got him. Wow. You really can't go wrong with Sprite. It makes sense since that's the only thing on the menu. All right, all right. Why don't we crack into these handcrafted chips while we're at it? We got some of that in-house made guacamole. Chipotle is supposed to be famous for this stuff. They charge an arm and a leg for it, so we're going to find out. Here's a nice big scoop of guac. Wow. Wow. We're just getting right to business with this place. Man. There's so much to be said about this. Let me have another sip of this all green stuff. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Okay. Wow. Let's just talk business. Let's talk numbers. The first things first, I'm going to complain about the price. Yes, I gave them a fair tip. It was $30 for this meal. Between the burrito and the extra fixins and the chips and the sides, $30, man. That's pretty tough. I know we're living in this day and age where things are just more and more expensive, so I'm not trying to single them out. You know, everybody's trying to continue to make record profits while inflation is at an all-time high and stuff. So, you know, you got to sympathize with the mega corporations, you know what I'm saying? You know, they're just trying to make their ends much greater than they used to be. I mean, a meeting would be like something else altogether. I don't know. But listen, it's like I said, when you used to come down here, you used to be able to get a meal for a guy Guy could eat down here for like $8 or $10. It's now $30. So it's about a 3 times price increase over the last 5 or so years. But you know, everything's that way. So I'm not going to blame Chipotle specifically, but what I will say is that poor people cannot afford to eat Chipotle more than like once in a while. I guess since I'm so blessed to have the support of you guys, that it makes it a little bit easier, right? So I'm done complaining about the cost. Obviously, you got to have some cha-ching if you're going to eat Chipotle. But with that being said, dude, the delivery, man, they've got this thing down to a science, right? You go in, they have a shelf with the orders on it. They used to just have you come get it, but you know how that is. People can't be trusted with the honor system. They'll immediately steal everyone's burritos. I'm sure they had to put an end to that. So you come up to the front, you tell them your name, they have the bag, they give it to you. Sprite included. Honestly, there was really nothing about it that I didn't appreciate. It was a relatively slow time in there, so they weren't packed. They were able to hook me up. They were nice, obviously, took care of me. And that's something I'm really grateful for. I can appreciate all of that stuff. So when we're talking about the first 5, which is the value, the quality, the delivery, all that stuff, I'm going to go ahead and give them a 5. They really didn't do anything wrong. Like, yeah, it's more money, but that's what you do. You pay more, you get better quality stuff. Is this on par with fast food? It's like way above fast food. So let's talk about that. This burrito is the size of my head. It's huge. Look at it. It's totally full. It's thick. It's a beast. And it's flipping good, dude. Really good. I mean, they did something special or something standard, I don't know. But everything is mixed perfectly, portioned perfectly. The flavor is awesome. You know, the ingredients are good. There's no complaint here at all about the actual preparation of this. It's outstanding, and it's huge. And as someone who is as hungry as I am, it's really hard to just sit here and talk about it and look at it and smell it and not be devouring it. So that's a good sign. And then let's talk about this, right? House chips, house guac, and then of course the red chili sauce. They don't really get credit for the red sauce. That's a Tomatillo brand. But as far as it goes, the chips and guac are also fantastic and fire, and it's like really just an amazing meal, and one that I really want to get back to right now. So what are we going to say? 9 out of 10. I'm really hard pressed to give anybody a 10. Maybe the day will come as our standards continue to rise. We try new things, we'll find out. But with that being said, guys, we're going to give Chipotle, right, the 9 out of 10. That's 5 out of 5 for the initial delivery, location, all that good stuff. And 4 out of 5, well, wait. 5 out of 5 for flavor, 4 out of 5 for that delivery, location, all that stuff, because it was too much money, and I have to complain about something. Right, so with that being said, I just want to take a moment to thank all of our fantastic supporters. Thank you guys so much for making this possible and for giving a guy an opportunity to try something a little bit nicer. It seems like we're moving up in the world. We're getting more supporters. So thank you guys for helping to make this possible. And if you are interested in contributing to the channel or helping to make this happen, give a guy something to eat, feel free to pop on over to patreon.com/thecultofkhan and become a supporter over there. All right. With all that being said, guys, it is time for me to get over here and devour this meal that's waiting on me. And yeah, with all that being said, guys, I am going to chow down, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.